Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. So we're back with another episode of Titans, episode 10, not episode 13. I actually thought this would have been the season finale, but no, it's actually 13 episodes. I think originally it was intended to be 12, and yeah, something happened at the first season and it ended up spilling over, which is why the first episode of this season felt like the ending for season 1. But anyhow, episode 10. Last episode we had. Not a whole lot happened. I mean, we followed the falling out of with Dick and the other members of the Titans, having felt betrayed by by the secret that he held on to for so long, which didn't turn out to be much of a secret, to be honest. I think a lot of people share in my confusion in thinking that okay, he had some other great secret to tell, because we all knew, they knew that he went to see Slade and Jericho. He essentially just told them, it didn't tell them the entire story of how things went down. So, when I said last episode that in his defense, that perhaps he felt more guilt than he would think the others would, because Jericho stepped in to actually save his life, which is why he felt as though he was responsible for his death, because he literally stepped in to save him. Right. So, I mean, we had him go on something of a redemption, arc. He visited Jericho's mom, who basically told him that she's normally a forgiving person, but he will not find forgiveness here, which is odd because she had Slade in the house, who his hands are stained with her son's blood, and she seems to be helping him recover from his injuries. So clearly, she has forgiveness to give, just only to specific persons. And of course, Slade, his final warning that if Dick ever puts the Titans back together, then yeah, he's gonna kill them all, right? So he literally he just wants Dick to suffer. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. If you are, I mean, eventually the Titans will come back together. So the only way to end this would be to put Deathstroke down. Um, of course, at the end there, Dick decided to get himself arrested. I'm assuming he's gonna, he wanted to be isolated. So my guess is that he wants to be thrown into prison. And I mean, I'm sure Bruce can easily get him out, but I'm assuming that he wants to be there to be isolated. Hopefully, when he comes out as Nightwing. We went on a bit of an adventure with Gar and Connor, which I was a bit disappointed in the end. Not because of what happened, but because of what Gar did at the end, running away. I so badly want the character to grow, and this seems like a step in the wrong direction. But Dick is gone now. He was trying to call him, but Dick is gone. I don't think he'll be able to reach him right now. So who knows? Maybe this will be Gar's moment to shine, right? Because the last episode, the interaction with him and Connor was one of my favorites this season, right? They were just out there talking, and Gar's telling him about his abilities and the Titans and all of that. So it was a fun episode. It was a really fun episode, which was just marred by Gar's abandoning Connor, which I don't completely blame him. Connor went on he thought someone was in danger when it was just the cops doing their job arresting this crook. But someone needs to teach him, and I mean, I hope that ends up being Gar. Hopefully he goes and he finds him and just teach him what's right from what's wrong. I think if anyone can do that, it should be Gar, because he, of all the members on the team, I don't think he's killed anyone. He's the heart of the team. So if anyone needs to give Connor a heart, it would be Gar. So I'm really hoping he steps in and steps up to the plate and proves himself there. Alright, of course we had a bit of introduction for Blackfire as well. Having killed Starfire's guard, or well, Starfire killed him, but I guess she had no choice. I kept wondering to myself, was there no way to actually reverse that? But who knows, perhaps not. But yeah, her guard is dead, and Blackfire has essentially said she killed their parents, and she's ruler now. And Starfire is I don't know what is her plan now. I mean, if she wants to stop Blackfire, she needs help. She no longer has a ship. She blew up the one that they were heading to, and her ship got destroyed, so there's no way back now. Although I wouldn't want her to go back there on her own. I think she needs to stay here, help the other Titans sort out their mess, and then they can all go to Tamarin and sort that stuff out. So hopefully that's what happens, right? Anyway, episode 10, let's check it out. Easier way to do this, right? Fly somewhere to some deserted island or something and train. He's pretty guilty, but so he wants to be locked up with a group of inmates that he's very likely to put there himself. That was Mercy, right?
Look, buddy, it's not safe for you to be around me anymore.
Yeah, he's a superpowered dog. I think he might end up just hurting someone else.
It's true. Okay, sooner or later they're gonna find me. You shouldn't be around when that happens. You might get hurt.
Aw, good boy.
You wouldn't do.
Don't try to run away. He's a dog. He'll find you wherever you go.
Come on, Crypto, get out of here.
I'm not going anywhere.
I said get the hell out of here, you stupid mutt! Go!
He might just end up injuring someone, though. We're on that. Yeah, detective. Who knows? Maybe that was his. He was counting on that.
Welcome to the West Wing. No Rose Garden out back, but you got your privacy. Keep you tucked away from the crazy. Rent's free. Just give me a heads up on shit before it hits the fan, eyes and ears out in the yard. You know the dealio.
Yeah, not for me.
Not
You
gonna
wanted
play
me to
ball.
think that. Gen Pop's no place for a guy who wore a badge.
I'm sorry. I'm out of the business of helping people.
I really hope he has a plan here and this isn't it.
Si me jode, se rompa la cabeza.
What was the plan, Dick? I don't get it. What was the plan? Well, why come here? Time for you to do something, guys. Time for you to do something. Stop waiting on Dick.
Zone 2, downstairs entry.
Hello? Who's there?
Oh. It's me, Crypto.
Crypto.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I mean, I don't know what anyone else is doing. For the past 2 episodes, I don't know what anyone is doing or why they're doing it. Well, I get why, but what's the plan? She was on her own before and it didn't work out so well last time. And now she has less control of her powers than she did before. I mean, before this, she attacked people who were attacking her, but now she's just harming anyone.
Do you think these are organic?
Yes.
We've gotta die of something.
Oh, he's not.
Hey. What's up? You keeping an eye on us? Just minding my own business. Yes, so am I.
So what's the problem?
Bud's already. Sorry for throwing you in with animals, but I had to make a point. Now let's bypass the bullshit and get down to business.
Okay.
So, no hard feelings?
Sure.
Believe me, I had your back.
I'm not helping you.
You said we were good.
We are. And I'm not helping you. Or anybody. It's not personal.
You fucking with me again?
No.
The man said,
Want to be in here?
That's right.
You know what happens to the cop who's in cahoots with the boss?
Nothing good.
Enjoy your steak, kid.
Yeah, now everyone thinks he's snitching on them. The theme seems to be
So
abandon
what
your old
brings you
friends
to
and
this
make
fine
new
dining
friends.
establishment? Sorry, that was you. You don't have to answer that. It's sorry.
It's alright. I left. My family's fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Can't relate.
we're comparing your current
look at all
family
these
to the one
grown-ups
before. I
in
wouldn't
here.
say it's
They
that
think
bad.
that they have the answers.
Have you ever heard of a Laborde's chameleon?
Can't say I have.
It's a lizard species in Madagascar. The females lay their eggs before the winter, and then all the adults die before they hatch.
So from the minute you're born, no parents. You're totally on your own.
Sounds
Yeah.
great, huh?
Only downside is your lifespan's only 5 months, and you're
Okay.
no adults fucking you up.
Should have been lizards.
Yeah, even in the jungle there are rules.
Time to
Hate to
go.
break it to you.
You don't have to.
Mind your business, kid.
Now, what are you going to use to help your friend? The skills that you developed
It's
with
okay.
your so-called F-Sub family.
You disappear on me again. I'll fucking
Is she
kill
going to end
Why
up
wait?
killing someone?
you. Fine.
I'm not a kid.
Yes, they are. Scared of her now? Either be afraid of her or be grateful. Tough to tell which one it's gonna be based on the look on her face.
Sorry. Being a lizard would be considerably less freaky.
You're fucking awesome.
Awesome. Uh-oh. Okay then. Gotta kill him.
When's the escape? I saw you looking at the guards at the gate.
So you ratted us out, huh?
If I did, you'd all be in solitary. If I can see what you're up to soon enough, they will.
You're so smart, huh? Why don't you tell us how we're gonna stay alive?
That'd kill me.
Yeah. I really hope they ensure that they weren't followed.
Hey, you know they're gonna keep coming after me, right?
Let them try.
This is my mess, not yours.
This is what the Titans do. We have each
What
other's
exactly?
backs.
You
where
keep
are they?
saying that.
Zone 6, unauthorized access.
What's that?
They found him.
6 is the roof.
Everybody down on the floor! Stay where you are! Hands! Let me see your hands!
They were
Don't
found.
move! Target ID! Shut that damn dog up!
Damn it. Oh, they can't stay here even till the win. I won't give them time to transform.
Change of plan. Tranquilizers only. Bring the tiger in alive. I'm switching a kryptonite bullet.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm not here to hurt you.
Who are you?
My name's Mercy Graves. I work with Eve Watson.
Yeah.
Eve?
Pretend to be a friend of Eve.
Is she here?
No, she sent me instead.
Come on, you know that's not true.
We can fix you.
Fix?
What's happening to you, it's our fault. An imbalance we didn't consider, but now that we understand it, we can stop it. All you have to do.
Don't listen, Connor.
Come
Don't
on.
listen.
You think we can't beat the guards with their guns? But we can. You know why?
With what?
Al Azul. You know Al Azul?
No.
In our village, Al Azul's our hero of stars. And in the time of greatest need, he flies down and saves you.
A bird that comes in the night and saves people.
Yes. He's gonna save us tonight, and we'll be free.
Okay, Luis. There is no Al Azul.
Yes, there
Other
is.
hint at that
Why are
one.
you here? The gang.
Cadmus will focus on you. Help you explore your powers to their fullest.
Yeah, I'm sure you have.
Help you be everything you want to be.
And what do you get in return?
What I want to be is a Titan.
Rise and shine, boys. 6 a.m. Say goodbye to America. Hope you had a nice stay.
Come on, Dick. It's up to you to help them. I don't know. There are a lot of guards. I don't know if they can take them.
Now!
Let me see one. There we have it, episode 10 of Titans. A bit of a slow episode here, but I mean, we got some glimpses here and there. So a lot of hints on Nightwing, right? It's been kind of peppered throughout this season so far, and this is the most direct hint we've actually received. The actual emblem of Nightwing itself. And as I mentioned before, I'm not sure where the origins of the emblem for Nightwing actually came from. Whether this is true to the comics, and he actually got it here or not. But this is a cool story, right? This is a cool story. So I guess I initially thought he went to prison because he wanted to get locked up, and I get feeling guilt about what happened to the team as well as Jericho, but I don't get how this is helping anyone, right? He already took in Rachel, he already took in Gar, to some extent Connor as well, with the promise of helping them. So it's to just disappear like this is he basically abandoning them, right? Which goes against everything that he said he stood for initially. So I guess he needs to go on this journey to find himself again, to become Nightwing. I do hope we get to see that before this season actually ends. Again, I thought this would have actually been the season finale, but I'm glad it's not. Hopefully by episode 13, we will see him don the Nightwing suit. Maybe not, but or at the very least in a cliffhanger at the end of episode 13. We didn't get to see Starfire any at all this episode. But I mean, Donna, I don't know. I get that they're all upset at Dick, but they all seem so careless in their treatment of the kids that they've taken in, right? I guess Hank and Dawn doesn't necessarily owe anyone any obligation since they came to the game pretty late. But Bruce did ask Dick to take care of Jason, and Jason is gone. He doesn't know where Jason is now, so he took in Rachel, who asked for his help, and I question Rachel now because she seems a bit ungrateful for everything that the team has done for her, right? She's all about, and I get she's a teenager, so maybe that's just her acting out now, but she speaks about freedom and how her family's effed up, and I'm like, okay, do you remember season 1? Do you remember being hunted down by some cultists to be sacrificed to summon a demon? And these are the people that actually helped you. So I understand her. I don't know, her being upset. I'm not even sure I understand that part, because Dick didn't betray her, or if you call it a betrayal in the first place, right? He lied to his other friends, yes, but he didn't lie to her. So her anger seems to be misplaced, or again, maybe it's just her acting out and wants to be on her own for a bit, but she was on her own before, and that didn't work out too great. And it's not working out brilliantly now either, because she still doesn't have her abilities under control, and she's trying, but I mean, she directed her anger at that guy, even though later on in the alley, she released him, her abilities still took life of its own and killed him somehow, because that was her, I don't know, that was her intent. Or I still think this is Trigon, by the way. Obviously he's not completely gone, and he's still in some ways, his presence is still here on this in this realm, and he's still able to manipulate her to some extent. But the good thing is that she's actually made a friend, or at least some friends now. Whether that will work out for the good or not still remains to be seen, right? We all assume that these are good people, but given the crowd that the other guy that was actually trying to take the girl away, I don't know. I don't want to fall for the bait if that's what it actually is, right? But I am hoping that they are good people though, and that she will learn something from all of this. Gar, of course, and Connor, something of a highlight this episode, because Gar went back and he found Connor. I'm glad he did that much, but he seems to have doubts, and I can't blame him at this point, because Dick has basically abandoned him. And the Doctor did use him for his own purposes, even though he saved his life. But at the same time, he must know that Mercy has other agenda. She has another agenda. She's not out to help people, obviously. That much is obvious. I do hope he sees that, right? So, although, I mean, given based on our conversation, he doesn't seem to trust her completely, but I get the impression that because he wants so desperately to prove himself, you know, that he wants the power to prove that he's a Titan, that he can stand among them, I feel like he's going to give in to their demands, and potentially, and who knows, maybe this is going to be the scenario that unlocks the other animals that he can actually transform into, right? He's never had complete control over it, and this may very well do it, but I worry what the cost will be. Obviously, Lex and Mercy will not be doing this for free. Either they're going to use his DNA for some questionable purposes, or they're going to try to control him. I think it's going to be the latter. In some ways, they're going to try to control him, and I don't know, at this point, I guess, when the team comes back together, because right now they're a mess. They're a mess. They are a mess. But Connor himself, although I'd prefer it not going in that direction, I can see them. I get the feeling that they're both both Connor and Gar, towards the end of this season, perhaps episode 13, are going to be the obstacle for the team, right? I think Mercy and Lex are going to find some way to control both of them, and they're going to end up fighting against the Titans themselves, and they're going to have to find some way to bring them back to their senses. Gar, I think, I mean, he has such a close relationship with Rachel. I think she can probably reach him. Connor would be the tough one because he's so powerful, right? So it's going to be a tough one. I think in some ways they're gonna manipulate both Connor and Gar into fighting against the Titans, and hopefully Dick comes in at the last minute to save the day as Nightwing. We still don't know where Starfire is. I don't think she has left as yet. I don't see how she could have left, actually. Again, because she doesn't have her ship to actually head back home. But I don't know. I guess the team is a mess. I want to see them come back together. But if they do come back together, they're gonna have to deal with Slade. So, but they need to get over that shit and sort their mess out and get back together as a team, kick Slade's ass, and go to Tamarin to fight Blackfire. That's my hope. That is my hope. So we only have 3 episodes left, and those are my predictions for this for the remainder of the season. I do think Mercy is gonna find some way to control Connor, find some way to control Gar. In exchange, Gar will have his abilities, and I don't know what Connor will gain from this, but he's naive as it is because he has the mind of a child. So I think it'll be very easy to actually control him. So I think that will be the obstacle for the team towards the end of this season. Not where I thought it would have gone, but I can see it actually I can see that becoming an interesting fight, right? It would just be a pity that the moment we see Gar reach his full potential, it will be on the opposing side instead of with his team. All right, but I'm excited to see Nightwing. I'm glad we're getting something of an original story for him, and getting himself arrested. The story of the 3 prisoners that he had there, who are essentially trying to find some redemption in prison there. They had the option of killing him and they chose not to. So I don't know, in some ways I guess that's speaking to Dick himself and redeeming himself from what he believes that he's responsible for, which is Jericho's death. So hopefully he takes the positive message away from that, and we get to see Nightwing really soon. Alright guys, be sure to post down below, let me know what your thoughts are on this episode and your hopes for the remaining 3 for this season. Alright, be sure to hit like or subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.